Hello, boys and girls, fellow astronauts, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, or whoever's helping your first grader. This is part two of making the model of the solar system. And what I'm going to do is show you the materials that you're going to need so you can get them all together so that in part three, I can help you and your first grader get this thing assembled. Um, I tried to make it as simple as I possibly can out of things that are readily available in the house. If you don't have something, you're smart and you can come up with something. All right. One thing I did was I gave you on my instructions, I attached a PDF file of all the planets, sort of drawn to scale. And you can see I have already colored them and cut them out. I used my PowerPoint so that I could sort of color them authentically the way the planets really are. Okay. Um, if you don't have a printer, that's fine because I'm going to show you how you can draw the planets yourself. Okay. Um, a paper plate would make a really good sun. You can't make the sun too big. Paper plate colored yellow would be perfect. Um, I was really lucky. I found a large piece of yellow poster board laying around the house. I even wish it was bigger, and I'm going to make a circle, and that will be my sun. Um, if you need to make the planets, you'll need some plain paper. I'm sure most of us have that laying around the house. You will need scissors. You will need some tape. Crayons or colored pencils would be great. Markers would be fine. I like to use string. If you don't have string, but you have like a roll of ribbon for wrapping stuff or crafts or whatever, ribbon would work fine. I imagine wire would work, or if you want to make a long, straight piece of paper, that would work fine too. Now, uh, for making circles, I went to my pantry. Um, for Jupiter and Saturn, I'm using a really big can of tomatoes. Now, Jupiter and Saturn aren't the same size. Jupiter is a lot bigger, but that's close enough, right? It's a model. Um, for Uranus and Neptune, I used a can of beans. It's a, I don't know, a 16-ounce can of beans. Um, for the Earth and Venus, I used a can of tomato paste or one of those small cans. Other stuff comes in them. Um, for little bitty Mercury, I have a little bitty dime. And for Mars, I have a quarter. Um, you'll probably need some other odds and ends, but I think I've thought of almost everything you'll need in advance. So gather those things together and then meet me later for part three, where I will show you how to cut and assemble. Duh, it's a model, right? We need a ruler. But I'll show you how to cut and assemble everything so that the distances between the planets are true to scale. And you will be amazed how far it is from the Earth to Neptune. And do you remember the planets in order? Remember our little rhyme? My very excited mother just served us nachos. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. If you use that little rhyme, you'll never forget it. All right? See you next time.